What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We're gonna talk a little bit more about this NBA draft, but not Bronny James this time. We got to talk about former Duke star Cal Filipowski now. Filipowski entered college, even if he would have came out as a freshman, it's likely he would have been picked in the first round, even last year. So coming into this year, they had him consensus top 10 pick. Some even had him top five, with his ability to shoot the ball, play off the perimeter, but also play down in the post. But Kyle didn't necessarily have the season or show the growth that warranted him being a top 10 pick. But many still thought he would go in the first round. You look at somebody that size and has the skill set he has, can spread the floor, and some of the big games he has and the way he can move, you think, somebody would take a chance on him. But he ended up falling out of day one, and you could see this video with him hugging his girlfriend, which is going to lead me into what I really want to talk about. He ended up going 32 to the Utah Jazz, ironically enough. Um, but his mom and his brother had a lot to say on social media, man. And we're going to look at this. Um, now let's check this out because somebody was talking about on the podcast about how his workouts and all that didn't go that smooth. He was missing shots and it was all in his head and everything. We're gonna look at what his mother Becky Filipowski said first. Um, she went under that post that the podcast, was kind of going over some of the things that was going on with Kyle. She says you are opening a 2-year issue, and she is 28 with an end game 3 years ago to have a diamond ring on her hand when Kyle left Duke. He was still in high school. It's actually been confirmed she went to his prom and she was 23 years old while Kyle was still in high school. Now, if you see a dude do that, um, it's going to be a major outcry, right? But we're going to continue. So the guy, kept talking. She said, not blatant, not misinformation. Go to the reliable source. People were like, why would teams hold him potentially being groomed against him? Kyle's mom responded. She said, because she has manipulated him for 3 years to this point, took him away from his craft. So he ain't even been working, to be the player that he could ultimately become. And a Duke account said, what the F am I reading? And she says, we have been waiting for 2 years for you to do what your title is. Update. Now you are on the right path. Somebody else said, why was a 26-year-old dating a guy in high school? She said, because she could. And so, actually, this girl would have been 24, 25. Uh, and she responded to somebody else. She said, getting ready for the payout and getting his genetic material. Gotta put a bun in the oven soon. So saying, she got to secure the bag by Kyle getting her pregnant. And yeah, this thing, man, it kept going on. Now his brother came out, Daniel Filipowski. He said a lot. He said a lot more than mom. And they been kind of mum on this, hadn't been talking loud. Um, But he says he goes under that podcast and he says, not blatant at all, my friend. On the contrary, the story and the situation is a lot more serious, extensive, and let's just say unique to describe what's been going on behind the scenes in his personal life and how it relates to his girlfriend and our family. And then, he was talking about Jonathan Giovanni and those guys, and he was like, if Giovanni responds to my DMs, he would be able to get the full story that no one knows about outside of who's involved. Duke coaching staff and his agent. And the guy Warner West, he said, "Oh wow, yeah, hit up Giovanni first. I'm not the right NBA newsbreaker for a big story like this. LOL. Maybe they'll both go on the low post like he suggested so they can get the story straight themselves." And Daniel responded, he said, other than messaging him on his IG account, don't know how to get in touch with him. But look up and read on Mormon grooming and brainwashing, and you'll find some introductory details in there to connect some dots into the story that is going on here. He continued, man. Him and Warner West was going back. I'm just going to read what Daniel's saying. He said, there's been numerous people that could have listened a while ago and uncovered this that continue to say it happens all the time. I promise you, this story is a one of one. And then This last person, Roto Surgeon, says Cal Filipowski's brother and mom are on here revealing how his girlfriend groomed him into Mormon culture and cut him off from the family. And now he ends up with the Utah Jazz. No, sir. Daniel responded. He said, no, sir, you got it backwards. She forced him to cut us off from his life almost 2 years ago. Sent us an email and everything. Basically, the official goodbye letter. So Kyle Filipowski has allowed this woman to wedge her way in and separate him from his family. Um, and we already see the train wreck here, right? He's going to be an NBA player. You look at the Utah Jazz. It's wild, that he's there. You look at Jeff Warrens and all these people, the Church of Latter Day Saints and the Mormon culture there, and some of the things that's been found out. Um, and Cal going into that, that's crazy, to think about how this is going to affect the rest of his life. And when he's not earning the money, this is the type of situation you see where a player with all this immense talent ends up out the league. Now the women don't necessarily want him no more, and now you done messed your career up. You done burnt the bridge with your family. Um, Man, this is a sad situation. I take no delight in anything that's happening here, and I'm hoping that he comes out of this mess and go back to the family. Now, I don't know all the details about his home life and all that, but I do know what this woman's doing. I think it's pretty obvious. You don't tell nobody to cut their family off, like that, and send a goodbye letter and try to pull them deeper into that mess. Um, I feel so bad for Kyle Filipowski, man. He's brainwashed right now. Older woman plucked him away, targeted him, and the mom. I don't know if she's saying that the woman wants to put something in the oven or she already did, but this is sick, man. This is really sick. Now John Shire, I wonder what Duke could have done about this. I think Coach K, did he coach Cal Filipowski at all? Um, nah. No, he didn't. That was Shire first season. But man, I wish people around the program. I don't know. I guess really ain't too much you can do with a grown man. Making his own decisions. At the end of the day, you can advise him. You can tell him some good things, but at the end of the day, the grown man gonna make his decision, and Kyle is making some bad ones to start off his adulthood. If you got to cut some family members off, they trying to take advantage of you, trying to look at you as a lottery ticket and all that. I get it, but this woman is evidently doing that. She'll seem like she's there for you and all this and that. But man, I just want to see when the money ain't coming in like it is she still right there with Filipowski? But nobody if he I'll put it like this, if he does have a stable family he's coming from and she separated him from them, then that woman don't wish you no good, man. So uh that's all I got to say about it, man. I want to hear your thoughts on this though. This is a wild story. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.